Hey guys, what's up? Leslie Gaming here, and I am outside in the nature to give you a story. A really good story provided. Well, not a really good story, but a really funny story provided by my dingy, dopey ass, not friend anymore, friend, Timmy. Because this kid is weird. And his mom thinks he's an angel when really he's not. And his mom says that he can do no wrong when really he can. So, yeah, let's get into this story. Oh, you missed it. Oh. I'm getting off track here. Ooh, B. Oh, Jesus, it's after me. It's after me. Where am I go? Where am I supposed to go? Oh no, I'm speed walking. I'm getting off track of the video here, guys. Anyways, so let's get off with the story. So, Timmy, right? So I'm playing with my friends. Well, I'm playing with my friend Desi, and we're at her friend's house, which is also my friend. And we were talking. And we're sharing some funny stuff, and then Timmy comes over and starts bothering us. So another group of our friends comes and says, "Hey, wanna play?" And we were like, "Sure." Timmy follows us, of course, and he runs to his house after he tries to yeet a fully filled, yes, a fully pumped up, air-filled basketball at me. I literally deflect it and it's spinning in my hand and I push it back at him twice. Yet he does nothing. He just keeps trying to throw it at me. Then he throws a smaller one that isn't air-filled and it's deflated at me. And I'm like, bro, what's that gonna do? And then I take the two balls from him. That sounds very messed up. But I take the two balls from him. And what I do, look, compost. It's the new garden for this year. I should probably stay away from it because people would probably get mad at me, but who the frick cares? I don't live with them anymore. But anyways, guys, so he runs home, grabs his phone, comes out, starts recording. He says, "Hey guys, welcome to the royalty family," which he's not part of the royalty family because, well, apparently, because to what Desi's friend, which is also my friend, told me, is that the royalty family is Hispanic. So yeah, if we got that wrong, I'm not disrespecting the royalty family. I know I don't watch you, but I bet you're a good channel, so yeah, don't come for me. And yeah, so he comes up and says, "Hey, what's up guys, this is the royalty family here, and today it's royalty family member Timmy here, and I am going to expose these kids for being toxic to me." And I'm like, bro, you're the one being toxic. And then I'm like, hey, and then in my brain I'm like, hey, why don't I plug my channel? And then I say, "Hey guys, subscribe to Blaze Gaming because I have way better content, way more better content, because all this kid does is come and his friends while I put out gaming and Beyblade content, which you will like." And he's like, "Don't subscribe to this." He's like, "Don't subscribe to this. Don't subscribe to this kid. He's stupid. He's dumb. I do everything right. He does everything wrong." And he puts his lips literally up to the camera, and I'm like, bro, what the hell are you doing? And he says, "See, don't subscribe to him. He does everything wrong. He cusses." And I'm like, bro, you cuss every 5 seconds as loud as a freaking jet plane. And you're calling me out for cussing? How about you check yourself before you wreck yourself? On YouTube, which you are posting it. You literally posted it. I saw you post it. I saw you put it through the video recording. I saw you end it, and I saw you put it into editing. He's probably gonna make me look dumb, so if you see that video, do not subscribe to him. Unsubscribe to him if you're already subscribed to him, because I don't know what his channel is. And subscribe to me, because yeah, I have way better content. And I'm explaining this out in full detail because he probably edited all the stuff that he did that weren't nice out. So yeah, he goes and throws the basketballs at me again, and I'm just sitting on the railing of my friend's house, because that's what I do. And I have his little leash whip thing that's metal. If he were to whip me with it, then I would have stole from him and whip him back, and I would also throw the balls at him. So yeah, if he would have done that, then it wouldn't have been a very smart choice. But yeah. So then he goes and does the imaginable for Timmy, but the unimaginable for someone else. He legitimately says this. Oh yeah, and this kid does everything wrong once again, and says he peed on a basketball. Oh my god! This might creep you. Oh, look at this poor little guy. He's dead. I can't. But what he said is that he peed on a basketball court, and even though I did it myself, he did it because he was with me, and I told the person who owned the basketball goal that he peed on it when really I peed on it. And I lied because I want to get him in trouble, because I've never gotten in trouble because I lost my dad to drugs. And also I've never got a taste of actual discipline, and I want to see him get disciplined so that I don't have to. And at that point, I wanted to take a crap on his head. So then what he does next is says, and also this kid kicked down a fence. Even though I did most of the work, he still light kicked it like 2 times. Even though I like super kicked it like 5 times. So who's the real bad one here? Patrick, because I can't do anything wrong, because that's what my mom said. Then at that point, I'm just like, bro, you're stupid. Subscribe to me, because all this kid does is freaking, I don't know, torture his friends on his channel to get views. And at that point, I wanted to throw the basketball at him and see the camera get knocked out of his hand, and then I steal the camera from him and plug my channel and then give it back to him before he wakes back up, because he's most likely going to be knocked out, because that kid's shrimpy as hell. Shrimpy and stubby as hell. And then, so what he does next is, it literally goes through all the bad things that he's done, even way before I've got there, and goes, this is all the stuff that he does, when really that's what I do. So yeah, don't subscribe to him because he does all that, when really I do all that, because my mom said that I don't do anything wrong and I can't do anything wrong. So yeah, subscribe to me because I can't do anything wrong, and everyone else does everything wrong that I do. And then at that point, I'm like, and that's why all your friends want to hang out with me, because you force them to do whatever the heck you want. And yeah, that's basically half of what happened. There's way more to this, but I'll be back in a second. I gotta take a little break, because I am losing my breath here. I'm probably way off track here, guys, but so I say this kid, like, this is why this kid has no friends. I mean, he does have friends, but they only hang out with me instead, because I'm way nicer than him, and they realize that. And the only reason I play with him when I'm not supposed to is so that he can play with his friends that he made before I even came here. I basically ruined his, I'm the best kid here, and I am the most popular kid here, thing before I moved in. So yeah, I'm just trying to be nice to him, and he is not nice to me. So yeah. And of course, I say that he has no friends, and that's why. And yeah. So this is gonna be a couple of stories here. And I know that's only half of the story, but that's really all I remember that happened. And that's basically all that happened with his recording. And then my dad came up since it was time to come here for karate. And then he yelled at Timmy for trying to play with me when I was playing with my friends in peace. And I told him what happened, and he's like, this kid, like I do. And yeah. So then, yeah. But here's the second story that I'm going to be telling out of like, I don't know what, 4 or 5-ish. So, yeah, I'm at the trailer park where my friends live, JoJo and Anthony. Since I plugged their channels in my support small creator videos, then you might know where they live by them literally tagging where they live. So I guess they're okay with me telling my fans where they live, which is 92 Delaware City Trail Park. Yeah, I don't know why they plug that in their videos, because I don't plug my location. I mean, they only have like 2 subscribers. I think there's no harm in that. So yeah, one of Jalen's friends, who's not really their friend, and they shouldn't really be hanging out with her, to be completely honest, and that her mom and dad does not want her hanging out with, if I'm being completely honest. Emily, yeah. I'm not afraid to say her name on YouTube, and I'm not afraid to shame her on YouTube for what she's done to me and how rude she is. So it first started out when I first went there. Well, not when I first went there, but a couple of times after I went there. Adeline and Anthony were fighting over my bike because I told them both that they can ride my bike, but they had to take turns. And of course they don't like turns because they're literally not even my age. Anthony's like, I'd say 7, 8. I can't remember his age. And I can't remember Adam's either, but I think she's 6. And yeah. Let me remember here. Okay, yeah. And so Emily came up after I was trying to break up the fight. I was on my bike and I ran into Adeline. She fell. I said, "Oh, are you okay?" I helped her up. And then Emily and her little mafia gang of little kids comes up and starts trying to beat me to crap. And then I'm like, 0.001% my power activate. Yeah. Ow. And then, yeah, obviously, they won and they pushed me to the ground and I started crying because, yeah, when they pushed me to the ground basically felt like they cracked my skull open. It felt like they broke my glasses. I felt like they broke every bone in my body. And then, yeah, I get back up after a little cry. And I get back and try to fight them again. Because, I mean, I ain't gonna give up if they're going to swarm my friend and me and beat me up. Because I tried to stop a fight between my 2 friends. That obviously I don't want them fighting. And I accidentally did something. And then you're up in my face being a jerk. And then the next time I'm over there, they leave us alone. And then my friend Jondon and Emily's little cousin, not Victor, that's the one who, I'm not going to spoil it because that's just another story coming up. But I think it's the other one, it's the youngest one, who gets in a fight with Jondon, just trying to leave the trailer park where he lives to see his own grandmother. And actually, we just go up to watch it because, yeah, fight equals story on YouTube equals views. And yeah, we started recording it. Then Emily gets up in my face, and then Jondon and whatever his name is start actually fist fighting. And then Jondon tried to likey cudgy doing to that kid, ends up hitting Emily, the 13-year-old that is literally tall as Satan in high heels that are higher than Snoop Dogg on drugs. I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever. But then, and then she thinks it's me on my bike for some reason while I'm stationary on my bike trying to watch them fight. She goes, like, you got to keep, and like basically almost knocks me over. And then of course I do that back, because if you do something to me and you're a tall ass 13-year-old girl that is buff as shit and I'm fat as hell, I'm gonna beat you up. Don't expect me to not do anything if you're gonna be mean to me. Seriously, guys, don't mess with me. I take karate, you know? And then, so, this chick literally slaps me. I slap her back. She likes my cut, even though she didn't actually like my cut. And it wasn't even a fresh cut, so what the hell did you do that? You could have waited till I had a fresh cut. And of course, I didn't wait until she had a fresh cut, so I just went, Gah! And then she did that back, knocks my glasses off onto the ground. Someone almost runs it into them with my bike. She says, oh, sorry. Like, not even sorry. And then I, of course, slap her again in the head like she did to me, and I did back to her, and then she did back to me, and then I did back to her. Then she runs back behind me, runs like literally behind me while I'm on my bike, punches me not only here by my ear, but the impact and her hand drags over to my eye, squishing my eye, and also punching me in the eye and kind of my nose too. So I'm wondering if I had a nosebleed. I'm also wondering if my eye's dead. And Anthony phones my mom on the walkie-talkie telling her to get over here so that she can pick me up, which I've been trying to call her to pick me up, or my trying to get me so that we can handle these motherfuckers. And then my mom zooms over there as fast as she could. Like, bruh, if you would have went a little slower, I could have probably dealt with it. And I also kind of farted, so I would have said, I smelled it, I dealt it, and then I would have punched her back. 'Cause honestly, you do something to me, I'll do it back. If you do it again, I'll do it again. Except 2 times harder. Because, yeah, if you really expect me not to do something, if you do something to me, then you are literally so idiotic, then you're going to go into a mental hospital for a foot. And, yeah. So, of course, my mom gets over there and is like, I'm done with this. Get in the car, and we're going. Grab your stuff, and we're going. And Jalen, Adeline, well, not Anthony, Jalen, Adeline, and Emily and her whole mafia gang calling my mom fat. And Emily literally calling her every cuss word because I could hear that. I've literally the hearing of a dog and the smell of it. So don't even come at me if you think you're not going to get detected. Because, yeah, my detector has went up. So don't even try. Don't even try. Because I know some of my bullies are watching this and they're going to be like, This kid's crapping. He not right. Nah, he's bull crapping. No, I am not bull crapping. I am being completely serious. I will free De La Hoya on 100% power you. Yeah, I will. Vince pop out of body. Hair spikes up like Iger. Yeah, I would definitely be the crap at you when that happens. Yeah, I'm getting way off track. But, yeah. Coming back to that. Emily literally calling her. Yo, shut up. Literally dog watering my mom, and everyone dog watering my mom besides for Anthony, so shout out to you, Anthony, for being nice for once. But yeah, in other words, my mom got mad, called everyone trailer trash, and I mean, judging by the house when me and my papa went back to confront Emily and tell her mom, which her mom didn't care. So what was the point? The point was, the next time I'm over there and she does something to me, I'm not going to do anything back. So, yeah. I would do something back, but, yeah, since it's Emily, I'm not going to do anything back so we can call the cops because she's done this a million times. And, yeah. This is going to be like an hour long. I don't freaking care. It's a bunch of stories. You're going to like it, whether or not you do or not. Because you're going to like it because it's funny and it's violence. And violence equals views, because literally VV, so whatever. But yeah. Of course, my mom freaks out. And then me and my flip go back over there, confront them. And then her little mafia gang's just like, he hit her first, he hit her first, he hit her first, he hit her first. Then Anthony, like, behind the house, goes like, hey, I'll cover you guys, okay? I'll cover you guys. I'll do whatever you guys want and help. I'll tell all the people that I actually trust and will actually help, so that you can get some evidence on them and you can get some proof on them if you have to call the cops. Just talk to me if you need anything. And I'm like, thanks, bro. You're the man. And then he goes, and then literally split the crowd up and like, bro, he does this. Y'all, if you don't shut up and tell them the truth, then I will literally dog water you. And I'm like, yeah, bro, you do this. No, it doesn't.
What's the percentage?
50. Can I finish doing my story video? Yep. I said, can I finish telling the stories here? Yeah, but, yeah, back to this. Yeah, me and my Philip leave, and while we're leaving, her mom says, you're a dick, stop getting in my face. And he's like, I have one. And I was tempted to say, I have one too, so don't even try saying that to me. I'm way more toxic than him. And then Emily, way before that, while we're arguing, like saying and doing all of our stuff, like the next time Emily does something to me while I'm over there, I'm not gonna do anything, and we're gonna call the cops and gonna get you arrested. And since Emily's the boss of the house apparently, and also smokes pot, not gonna talk about that because don't do that. That's not good. Yeah. And yeah, all that happens, all the crazy stuff happens, and while we're arguing, one of Emily's mafia gang members goes, I'll bring my dog out on you. And then I'm like, I'm a dog trainer. I will train your dog to be nice if it is mean, and you can't do anything about it. And And Philip's like, I ain't afraid of no mutt. I'm gonna bite his head off if I have to. And he's like, if it bites me, I'm gonna bite his head off. And I'm like, Pop up. That's racist. I didn't actually say Pop up, that's racist. I said Pop up. That's all I did because, yeah, you shouldn't have said that because that's kind of psycho. Like, if I heard someone say that, I would have called the cops on them. And I would have called animal life support so I can get my dog life support. Yeah. Not very nice of you, Pop, even though, yeah, it was they're kind of being mean to me. Who the frick cares? Just don't say. I'm gonna bite your dog's head off because it could be a pit bull. It could be a gigantic 300-pound pit bull. That would chomp your A off. So yeah. Could have chose nicer words. But back to the story in 2 seconds. And so yeah, that was basically the end of that story. So on to the next story. This is a current filing situation for this case. This is an actual crime, so don't do this, kids. Yes, I am out of the bathroom. Don't worry, I was just sitting on the toilet. I was fully dressed. I was just sitting on the toilet because why not? I got privacy, kind of, from my grandmother. So yeah. Next story. So this is a filed crime that is still being worked through. So Jalen and her sister and brother and a couple of their friends were playing in the trailer park, right? And Victor, Emily's cousin, comes out and is just flipping around with a steak knife. Actually, no, it's a butcher's knife. A gigantic butcher's knife. Runs at Jalen, cuts her straight in the leg, basically through her leg, like all around her leg, not even kidding. And yeah, her mom calls the cops. Cops don't come because they said it wasn't an emergency. And plus it's the Delaware City Police, so what are they gonna do? Absolutely nothing. They're lazy as hell. And then like a week or two later, when they get to Rich's, which is their dad's, so that they can hang out with their dad and play with Autumn, and also play with me and Autumn, and play with a lot more stuff in a lot more peace, because it's Delaware City Trailer Park where they live, and it's not that great. And Maple Square Trailer Park is way better. So yeah. And then, so she tells Rich while we're trying to play Switch. Okay, that sounds a little bit catchy and weird. Rich, Switch. That's a tongue twister. But yeah, anyway. She tells Miss Amanda, and then Miss Amanda says, "Dude, don't freak out. Don't freak out." And then Miss Amanda and the three kids tell Rich what was going on, and obviously, since it's Rich's daughter, Rich flips out, even though we've told him not to, because he always flips out like that. So then what happens, you ask? He calls the cops, the Newark cops, because they give a crap about everything, unlike our stupid, lazy-ass Delaware City Police. they actually gave a crap and actually filed a report. And Rich gave them the information, and they're going to confront Victor and his family. They're most likely going to lie to them and say that she tried to cut herself with the steak knife, and Victor stopped her and then jokingly chased after her and accidentally sliced her with the butcher knife. But still, that's not right. But anyway, that's the end of that. That's all we got. But there's more story. There's way more story where that came from. And so yeah, this is the next story. Karen comes at me and my friends while we're trying to play on someone else's property. So this is another one of them short stories for you guys. So yeah, let's get into this. So I'm just playing with my friends, of course, in Hamilton Place, where they are, and since I live right behind it, I made some friends at Hamilton Place. Well, since I was still friends with Timmy, and I was playing with Timmy, John, Desi, and John Din. There's a John and a John Din, so don't get confused, please. If you do, just don't worry about it. But yeah, we're just playing nicely, and John Din's grandmother comes home from work with John Din, and John Din's grandma goes inside, tells John Din to play with his friends since we were out. We were waiting for him to come home, by the way. And then we come on the trampoline, and sure, it looks old and beat up, but it's in mint condition. And she comes out, yells at John Din, tells him to come in and not to play with us ever again. And of course, she, after yelling at him and lecturing him inside, tells him to go play because she doesn't care. And, you know, of course, we get back on the trampoline. And she yells at all of us, telling us to get off, even though it's not even her property. So she literally went, hippity hoppity, your trampoline is now my property, and tried to kick us off of it. And so I do my normal thing, and I say, it's not your property, why are you trying to kick us off of it? And she's like, no, it's my property, I own this place, I'm gonna call child support, get you taken away. And I'm like, no you're not, Karen. And of course Timmy steps in and is like, oh, sorry for him. Even though we're probably gonna do like even though we're probably gonna prank you because you're being mean to us, trying to get us off of not your property. Which you literally went hippity hoppity, this trampoline's not my property, even though it's your neighbor's. And we did exactly what we were gonna say we did, and ding dong ditched her a couple times after we did this. And she's like, where do you live, whatever your name is, the dude who called me Karen? And of course I said, I'm not gonna tell you, Karen, you don't deserve to know where I live, because it's my property. You don't deserve to know where I live, because if I don't want to tell you, I don't have to tell you. And that's exactly what my dad said, and my pop-up said, after Timmy told her literally where I lived. And I said, Timmy, you're not hippity hoppity, this house is now my propertying me, right? Because if you are, then it's not your property, and it's not your job to tell people where I live, when it's clearly my choice whether I get to tell someone where I live or not. And clearly I'm not okay with it. So I follow Timmy to my house, and Karen slowly follows us to my house, even though she already knew where I lived for some reason. Oh, right, because Timmy. And yeah, Timmy gets my parents and says, he called this lady a Karen that's slowly following us up because she tried to kick us off of a trampoline that wasn't ours and wasn't hers either, and we got permission to play on it. So my dad and Papa was like, yeah, well, if you got permission to play on it, then why is she being a Karen and telling you to get off? That wasn't necessarily bad. And she comes up and he's like, hi. Well, is this your son? And she points at me, and they're like, and my dad's like, yeah. And my Papa's like, that's my grandson. And she's like, well, he called me a Karen because I tried to help them with their safety, to tell them to get off of that trampoline over there that they had permission to play on by the owner, which was not me. And it has wires and rusty nails and rusty springs sticking up on it. And I'm like, lady, no it does not. Like, seriously, it's in mint condition. Like, it's perfectly taken care of. Like, bruh, what the heck? Why are you lying? And at that point I was about to go, why you always lying? Oh my God, stop. And then my Papa and Dad go, well, if they got permission to play on it, and plus you're lying to us about the rusty springs and screws and stuff, because obviously you didn't pay a dang bit of attention to it, and my son knows what he's talking about with trampolines because he has one himself and he takes good care of it. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. Thanks. And then, so this Karen goes, well, I'm just trying to look out for their safety, so yeah, I might actually, like, I heard her say under her breath, I'm probably gonna call child support to get them taken away from their mothers and fathers. Because they don't deserve to be with them. They're not being taught right. And I'm like, girl, what did you say? And my dad's like, huh? And I'm like, Dad, I have the hearing of a dog. I heard her say, I'm going to call child support and get us taken away from you. And then my dad, well, I say that secretly to my dad. And he's like, if she does, I'm going to beat her butt. And of course, my dad and I feel most likely forgot about that, and basically everyone in my house basically was not told that. Basically forgot about that too, so yeah. And yeah, so that happened, and it's not as short as I thought, but yeah, whatever. And so, wait, is that a hole in my gum that I see? No, I'm fine. And so she leaves, and we go back and play, obviously, because you ain't gonna do nothing now. If you do something, obviously we ain't afraid of you, and we ain't afraid of your calling child support ass, because obviously child support ain't gonna do nothing because you're just a Karen trying to ruin our fun, party pooper. But yeah, that happened. And yeah, that's basically it for the stories. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that, but this is getting way too long. It's like a 40-minute video. Don't be mad at me, guys. I couldn't fit this in. Right? So yeah, I cut as much as I could without, messing up the footage. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Give this video a like and subscribe for all the pain I've gone through since I've moved to Delaware City. There's way more stories where I came from, but I just don't want to fit it in the video because, Yeah, it's gonna be so long, so I might have to make a part 2 after this. So yeah, if we can get this video to 5 likes, I'll make a part 2. Okay, bye guys.